Iran has laid out its conditions for peace as the war with the United States and Israel intensifies across the Middle East. Speaking in Moscow, Iran's ambassador to Russia, Kazem Jalali, said any path to peace must begin with accountability for what Tehran calls aggression against its territory. His remarks come as the conflict, triggered by massive US and Israeli strikes on Iran on February 28th, continues to spread across the region, threatening oil infrastructure and shipping routes near the Strait of Hormuz.
Firstly, we must achieve a lasting peace. We must have lasting peace. That is the key requirement. Secondly, the aggressors must be brought to justice. Thirdly, there is the issue of reparations. We have lost the lives of our people, which cannot be brought back, but reparations must be paid for the destruction that has been wrought in our country. Fourthly, all sanctions imposed on Iran must be completely lifted. This was announced by our president and foreign minister.
Jalali's comments come amid rising tensions after US President Donald Trump warned Iran against interfering with shipping through the Strait of Hormuz and threatened strikes on the country's critical Kharg Island oil export hub. Tehran has warned it will retaliate if its energy infrastructure is targeted, raising fears of a wider regional confrontation and major disruption to global oil markets.
We were simply living our lives. We had no intention of starting a war. We are not the aggressors. We have not attacked any country. The United States and Israel attacked us. They are the aggressors and must therefore take responsibility for the consequences of their actions.
The Iranian envoy also highlighted civilian casualties from the conflict, underscoring the human cost of the escalating war.
Around 200 angels, young girls, died a martyr's death. This is the wound that remains in our hearts. If we are talking about the world showing some kind of human response to this event, I have no hope for that.
The remarks were delivered during a Ramadan gathering in Moscow, attended by Russian Muslim leaders, where calls for solidarity across the region were also voiced.
Unfortunately, Ramadan is always tinged with sadness because our believers are unable to enter the third holiest site in Islam to pray fully and perform all the necessary rituals. Following Ayatollah Khamenei's call, this day has been declared a day of solidarity with Palestine and our brothers.
As strikes continue across the region and the threat to energy supplies grows, Iran's demands for justice, reparations, and sanctions relief are now emerging as the central pillars of Tehran's diplomatic stance, raising the stakes in a conflict that shows no sign of ending soon.